Coming up next, a special guest will be dropping by. This special guest is one of my friends. He is a gamer, an actor, and a wrestler. He also has his own YouTube channel, Savage Sam Games. My friend Sam. Sam.
What's up, guys? So, Josh, do you like my sunglasses?
I need you.
So yes, I'm Sam. I broadcast on Savage Sam Games. This is my face. I rarely show it.
So the first question I want to ask is, why did you dress up as a dinosaur?
Oh yes, that's been all over the news. So I dressed up as a dinosaur. It became to a thing of meeting my grandparents. I haven't seen them for like 16 months.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing with lockdown, isn't it?
Oh, it's been crap for everyone, really.
Yeah.
Me and my mum were just like looking through random costumes. There was all sorts of costumes, and then we scrolled down and we saw the dinosaur costume, and me and my mum just went, "That's the one." So we turned up with this inflatable dinosaur costume, and that was it. And when we turned up, I had a present for when I passed my bike test. I had like a photograph of me with my certificate, and I gave it to my grandparents, and they didn't realise what it was, so they unwrapped the present, and I realised, Samuel. And then they looked at me like the dinosaur, unzipped the costume, dinosaur just went because all the air came out. And it was a really nice sort of reunion.
Yeah.
There was lots of cuddles, there was a lot of happy tears and stuff, especially my granddad because he's been very ill.
Oh, right.
But it's lifted his spirit up. And then my granddad, that's just been my granddad, he says, I dare to go and wear it shopping. And that's what happened. We wore it in Sainsbury's. Security didn't tackle me, so that was a bonus. And it put a lot of smiles on people's faces, so it was good. I mean, we had kids running up asking for photos and stuff, and I was like, yeah, it's fine. And then ever since then, it just went viral. Yeah,
I see. It's got all over social media, the news, the newspapers.
Yeah, it's I kind of blow myself really, because now if I kill someone, they'll know, oh, it's the dinosaur guy. he killed him.
Yeah. But you're an actor as well.
Yes, I got into the filming industry from doing a wrestling show you came to.
Yes.
There was a director in that crowd.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He took me to one side, and that's why I didn't come out at the same time as everyone else when we was all having photos and stuff.
Oh, right.
The director went behind the stage and asked me, can I have you as part of a film? And I said, yeah. And he said he'll give me credit for it, so my name will be in the credits. He says I'm welcome to the premiere party, and it all started off just an extra, just someone just to walk past the screen.
Yeah.
That was all my job was. And because I put commitment, I helped. I was always turning up like an hour early, but that was just because I wanted breakfast. Because when you're on set,
yeah,
you can't eat unless you've been told to eat.
Yep.
Because like it's not that they're trying to be control. It's like when you eat something, sometimes you don't realise you've got something on your face.
Yeah,
and then suddenly it appears.
Yeah.
So that's the reason we're not allowed to eat on set unless we're being told to. And then when we get told to, we get taken back to the makeup section to make sure we've got no food on our face.
Right.
So yeah.
And what is the film?
It's called Loose and Faith. It's all finished filming now. It's in the production. So it's all being edited, and we're hoping it'll be a 15. We don't want it to be an 18, because with it being an 18, it's less people to see it. And the thing is with directors, they like to try and keep it between a PG and a 15, because what they're looking for is like students at younger age to take them as actors. There's no good if they're going to be 18 and that sort of thing. I mean, if you could afford to lose a lot of money out of that as such, because you got things like Saw, Jigsaw, that was an 18 when that came out, and we had a load of no-end students coming in trying to sneak in the cinema, and honestly, I cried. They turned up with fake moustaches. There was a Poundland next door, and they turned up. One of them had a Freddie Mercury moustache. It was great. But my personal favourite was that one turned up with like a goatee, like a stone cold goatee.
Oh yeah.
And he had sideburns, and they just looked like strips of like, I don't know, like a material or something just there, and it didn't even match the colour of his hair. It was like a combination of Elvis Presley sideburns and Stone Cold goatee. But no, the film's called Losing Faith. We're looking for it to be released next year, beginning of next year.
Right.
Because there's so much that's got to be added into your sound effects, the music.
Yeah.
So no, it's been a great experience.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of hard work, a lot of long hours. I mean, we was on set.
Is filming been difficult with the whole lockdown?
It was. I mean, we have to minimise the people turning up for set, so we have to make sure we got the same exact scene, but with fewer people, and then the next day we bring those other people. And that's how difficult it was. Instead of having a one-on-one set, you could like, for example, your can of Coke there, you filmed that bit at this angle.
Yeah.
And the next shot you got someone else, let's say your chalice, you're filming that way. And that's what we have to do. We spend one day just filming that side, then the next day is that side, instead of doing it all in one day.
Yeah.
So it's been very difficult with COVID, isn't it?
And how's the wrestling? Because obviously you're a wrestler as well.
It's been great. We got a free show coming up.
Oh yeah.
So.
And when's that?
At the minute we're looking at November.
Right.
And it's where I've officially started doing wrestling in a boxing ring. So our ring does not bounce, so it's gonna hurt.
Right.
But it's the one we're doing. We're being told where to dress up as iconic wrestlers, ones that inspired us. But I can't decide yet because I've got a lot of people asking me, "You gotta do Undertaker, you gotta do Undertaker," and I thought, yeah, but which one do I do? Hat Undertaker? Do I do American Badass?
He's had many looks over the years.
Yes, I could do Ministry of Darkness when he got his triangle cutouts that looked like his mum did for him.
Yeah.
I know. I was going to do Bray Wyatt, but then I thought, I love Bray Wyatt, but he's like 5'2", and it'll just look weird. You got a 6'5" guy dressed like Bray Wyatt. I thought, it's Gru.
Yeah. And what is your opinion on the state of things at the moment in the wrestling, specifically with WWE?
I don't know what they're doing. They're losing. The only thing I can think of what they're doing, because I know they're trying their hardest to set up a WrestleMania moment with Roman Reigns and The Rock.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the money's going. It's going into that specific match, which I want to see it. We get to see some spears, maybe a Superman punch. I mean, I'd love to see Roman Reigns perform a Superman punch on The Rock, and Rock just went, nah, Rock on.
Yeah.
That'd be great. But no, I think they're losing money quite a bit because they're cutting out some talents. I mean, Aleister Black, he was he was just about to bring out the father character.
Yeah, they messed him about a bit.
And I'm pleased that he's in AEW because he's using his full potential. They give him a chance, and he is recommended.
His character is Malachi Black.
Yeah.
He's really good in AEW.
And he is a wrecking force at the minute. He's absolutely amazing from what I've seen. And when he made his debut and just black mask everyone, I thought, oh yes.
Yeah, I saw that. I was quite shocked.
Bo Dallas? No, that's another one.
Yes.
I think he was overshadowed by Bray Wyatt with him being his brother and stuff.
Yeah.
But I love the brother relationship because Bo Dallas does not blame his brother for it because he has already said he's good. you can't blame for someone who's got talent.
Yeah.
But now they're both being released, I'm looking forward that there's going to be maybe something, because he's changed his name on Instagram, because I follow him on Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah.
It's now called the Cult of Wyndham.
Right. So is he thinking it's going to be the Cult of Wyndham that he's going to be introduced into AEW?
Maybe. But I think that he's just called that because now he's no longer in WWE. He can't use
You
the
can't
name.
use the Bray Wyatt because they own that name.
Yeah. But it's a shame because he's changed over the years. I mean, he was Husky Harris. He was the Wyatt family at the point.
Yeah, the Bray Wyatt family.
Cult leader when he turned into Eater of Worlds. The Fiend, which was out of nowhere. That was actually amazing.
That was an amazing character.
Because everybody was... Because I follow a page on Facebook. When he made his first appearance back as this puppet show guy, everyone just went, what the is that?
Yeah.
What? And I said to everyone, I says, just wait. He goes, do you know something? I says, no. I said, think about how creepy those puppets showed up first, especially Abby, when it was all like Annabelle effect.
Yeah.
There's something more to that. And then when he says, would you like to see my secret? I thought, here we go, we're going to see something.
Yeah.
And then when he appeared, and he just goes, yeah, well, and then it disappeared. I was gobsmacked. I thought, holy.
They were onto a good thing, and why they released him, I just don't know. I mean, they said it was because of budget cuts.
Yeah. Well, they reckon it was because they're trying to hide it with. They couldn't hide it because they wanted to say it was to do with his mental health issues due to losing Luke Harper. But that is a hard thing to lose when you lose your best friend and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Especially when you've been through school, college, into the wrestling together.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a hard thing.
But when the Fiend did his WrestleMania and he did his chant, that brought shiver down on my spine.
Oh yeah.
But a lot of people.
It was a great tribute.
It was, because even they had to cut Randy Orton out because Randy sort of went like that and broke character.
Yeah.
But no.
Speaking of that match, what were your thoughts on the match? Because
I don't know. I think it was just a sudden change. Because the way that was going, the Fiend was going to win.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, I thought Bray Wyatt was supposed to. The Fiend was supposed to win that match.
Well, I mean, this is just from like a rumor. He was supposed to. Alexa's supposed to. She was meant to distract Randy Orton, I think. But I think it was just a sudden change because Vince likes Randy Orton.
No, of course.
And I think change of plan, because you could tell Bray Wyatt behind that mask, he was annoyed with how the decision was changed, because he was breaking character, and you could tell like his body language, he was really stressed out about it, because I think that was meant to be his WrestleMania moment.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be him that gets the victory to end the rivalry with Orton once and for all.
Yeah, but then it didn't. So.
And now they released Bray.
But his entrance though, out of that Jack in the Box, that
box.
Was unique. That was different.
That was really great. I love that entrance.
Because obviously Alexa's had this little box and she keeps doing the thing and the little puppet, and then when there was this big gigantic thing at WrestleMania, I thought, wow, he's going to come out of that box, isn't he?
Yeah,
and
I
he
thought
actually
that.
does. And when he sort of levitated out of the box, I thought Undertaker's been working with him on this.
Yeah.
Because I know Mark Calloway, aka Undertaker, he says to him, "You must protect your character." because he says, Vince McMahon's all over the place of people.
Oh yeah.
But that's, again, speak of Vince, when you was on about releasing wrestlers, I was quite surprised that when he released Braun Strowman, because
He does like giants.
That's why he keeps bringing back Goldberg, which he should just hang his boots, to be honest.
Yeah. Thoughts on the SummerSlam match, Goldberg, Bobby Lashley?
It'll be good, as long as Goldberg doesn't drop in on his head.
See, I instantly think Goldberg's going to win straight away. So, Goldberg's going to get the win. He's going to hold the title, and then he's going to drop it to Brock Lesnar if Brock Lesnar comes back.
Yeah, but we don't need that though, because
No.
we already seen it. We've seen Brock Lesnar defeat Goldberg, or Goldberg defeat Brock Lesnar. We've seen that rivalry before.
But that's how Vince works. He likes that.
Yeah. But I like to see, even though I'm not a fan of Brock Lesnar, I like him to go 1-on-1 with Bobby Lashley. Steroids versus steroids. which bicep will pop like a balloon first. But then no, you can't. Even though I've just mentioned about steroids and stuff, Bobby Lashley works really well. He trains hard.
Yeah.
You can't say that's all steroids. He
not.
puts the effort into it. And again, Brock Lesnar does. But
He's Brock Lesnar.
It's Brock Lesnar, yeah.
That new look of Brock Lesnar's, it's weird.
The eyebrows.
With the eyebrows. No, that is so weird.
It's like Brock Lesnar just gone Super Saiyan and just decided to put the eyebrows back in.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on AEW then?
I've been watching bits of them and stuff, and I really like it. I'm really liking the character of Aleister Black, but he's called something like, what was it?
Malachi Black.
Malachi Black. And again, he had a lot of potential. When he made his appearance in the Royal Rumble in WWE, I thought, this guy's got talent, this is going to be amazing. When he turned up in the Royal Rumble, I was laughing so much because he was just black masking him. It was just spinning kick. I thought he's going to fall over a minute. Because you do get dizzy after doing that a few times. Because it's just a spinning hook kick.
Yeah.
But he makes it look so good though, and how quick he performs it.
Yeah.
You catch anyone with that, he will guarantee to knock someone out with it. But no, I'm really liking him in AEW.
Have you seen the Labours of Jericho matches?
Yes. I find it weird because Chris Jericho he's grew his hair back.
Yeah, he's got his hair longer.
He just looks like a member of Def Leppard at the minute.
He kind of does a bit. Because he's older and he's moving slower in the ring.
Yeah. How old is he again? He's got to be in late 40s, early 50s or something.
50.
50.
Still wrestling at 50.
What do you think about Undertaker? Do you think he'll return? Let's be honest, how many times as he says, I retire?
Well, yeah. So, I hope not.
I like to see him in cinematic films, maybe. Cinematic matches, because that Boneyard match was...
The Boneyard match was the best thing that happened at WrestleMania 35? 35? 36?
36, I think.
36, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was really good. I did think because if you look at how the character was built, when he turned up, it was like a different section of his characters.
Yeah.
Like you got when he turned up, obviously American Badass.
Yeah, the American Badass version.
And then you got when he comes back from being buried and that, he turns into the Undertaker again, like his hat Undertaker, shall we say. But I did find it funny because he just goes on a rampage near the end, and all of a sudden he chokeslammed AJ Styles off the roof. And he just goes into his demonic mode, and all of a sudden he just turns around to AJ and goes, Hey, what's my wife's name again?
Yeah.
Do you remember now? He is someone you won't want to get on the wrong side with.
No.
Not because he's intimidating, but it's just massive.
I would have liked to have seen a match between The Undertaker and The Fiend.
Yes. My one I've always wanted to see was Sting versus Undertaker.
Sting versus Undertaker. Everybody has wanted that for years, but it's not going to happen because Undertaker's retired.
Yeah. He'll probably come back. I mean, let's be honest. Just be there, like. Bells go dong, he appears. And we all there be going, oh.
If Undertaker does come out of retirement, would you like to see him in AEW?
For his health-wise, no.
Absolutely no. Because, but as just
a just appearance and stuff, I think it would be nice. You know, if he was just appearing, just to make a point, then yeah, fair enough. But for him to end up doing a big match, like if it was going to be a Hell in a Cell or something, then that's where I'll be like, no.
No.
Because I respect the guy, but he's past it now, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I thought he'd passed it when he lost at WrestleMania 30 to Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I did. And then when he made his appearance again, I thought, oh, okay, he's come back for revenge. But the one I thought he was properly done was when he lost to Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
But I don't think he was supposed to lose to Roman Reigns.
Was he not?
No. Because I think there's a documentary about it. But the thing is that I have a lot of respect for Undertaker / Mark Calloway. He always wants to finish good.
Yeah.
That match with Roman Reigns was supposed to be his last match. But he hated it because he says he was awful. And he always wanted to do something. He wants to finish on a good match. And that's why he helped Roman Reigns. Because he appeared again to help Roman Reigns against... I forgot the group now. I know it was Drew McIntyre and there was a couple of others.
Can't remember.
But he appeared to save Roman Reigns, to help Roman Reigns redeem, but also to redeem himself.
Yeah.
And then he appeared with, to do a match with AJ Styles for WrestleMania, and I thought that was good. I think he should just leave it at that.
Yeah.
That should be his final match, and that's it. Because that, to me, that was amazing.
That was amazing. I would like to see them do more of some sort of cinematic matches in WWE or any other wrestling company. I'd like to see them do more of that, cinematic matches, because that was really good.
I think one of my favourite moments was though, because I want to know what was going on, because Undertaker lost to Brock Lesnar in the Hell in a Cell, and then the Wyatt family appeared and kidnapped him. I mean, I thought that was quite funny. I thought, why are they kidnapping the Undertaker?
Yeah.
And then
that
later on,
weird.
They did the same with Kane, and then it built up to the reason, and then it turned into the Brother of Destruction against the Wyatt family, which was something I always wanted because I thought that was good, and the build up to that was amazing.
Yes, that was the 20. Was that the 25th anniversary of the Undertaker?
I think so. Yes.
Yes, Survivor Series 25th anniversary.
Yeah, that was 5 years ago. Well, 6 years ago now.
6 years, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going off sidetrack. But yeah, AEW, I quite like the stuff. I need to watch it more because I got a few obviously WWE wrestlers I like Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, and stuff.
Yeah. What do you think to the rivalry between Drew McIntyre and
Jinder Mahal?
Jinder Mahal. That was it. I really couldn't remember the name.
I don't like Jinder Mahal. He's I hope Drew McIntyre claim of the I really just gets him out.
Yeah. I really enjoy watching Drew McIntyre because when he was in WWE a long time ago, He wasn't that great.
No, he was only 17 when he got his contract. I remember this because he wasn't that great. Because he was part of. Wasn't he part of Nexus? No, he wasn't.
No,
Was he?
he was the chosen one. Vince McMahon's chosen wrestler.
Yeah.
And he wasn't great.
No.
He had the Intercontinental title for a short time, and then that was it.
No, I don't think he was great when he was young. But when he came as this Scottish sociopath, he was amazing. He's come a long way, and I think he's done well.
It was really great to see him win that Royal Rumble match.
Yes, it was.
Especially seeing him Claymore Brock Lesnar.
Mate, if we're talking about Claymore Brock Lesnar out of Royal Rumble was my greatest moment because that actually connected. I thought, yes.
Yeah.
All you see was when it was in slow motion, just Brock Lesnar going. Because if you watch that match and you listen to it, you got Brock Lesnar going mental. He's like, "You kick me in the face." I thought, well, yeah, these things happen. It's a Claymore.
Yeah. And Brock Lesnar does that kind of thing all the time when he actually does hurt someone.
I do like Brock Lesnar, but his moveset's always the same. As soon as that
It's
match
the
starts,
same.
shoulder barge, German suplex, German suplex. And then it's, oh, I don't know what to do now.
He used to have such a variety of movesets back in the day.
Oh, do you remember his star press?
Shooting star
Press
press.
that he did, and then he
Yeah.
broke his neck. Oh, this makes me cringe every time I see that.
Yeah. I think he was far too big to do that move.
I mean, give him credit for trying, but
Well, yeah. But,
even I wouldn't try that. Unless I could do anything like that, just somersault and then land into what you call like a front drop, which
yeah.
turns into a frog splash. That was about as far as I could go. Would you like to get into wrestling? Like, would you like to train and try and get into it?
Yes, I would actually. It's one of my dreams. I would actually like to be into wrestling.
Want to come down and train with us? There's a lot of guys there. And you met some of them, and you met our teacher, which was Jamie, but he came out as Jimmy Fear.
Yeah.
He was like the proper Hulk Hogan fan. And then you met Preacher Brass, who's just built like a brick house. He's massive. Yeah. But there could be a match between me and him for November.
Yeah.
But like I say, we're coming out as characters, so we won't be our own wrestler characters because he wants to make it fun for the kids and stuff.
Yeah.
So it could be anyone from films, it could be anyone from wrestling, it could be something from a game.
That would be really interesting, I think.
So there's going to be a lot of things. We don't know what's happening with people. So that's why I said I can't decide. I mean, I've been offered to come out as Undertaker, but I haven't decided what I'm doing yet. I mean, I could come out as Doctor Strange and start bending time and reality, so I can decide who can win the match, who doesn't. Like, are you going to win the match? Yep. Nope.
And what's your opinion on Bryan Danielson and CM Punk signing for AEW?
It'd be nice to see CM Punk wrestle again, because he's arrogant, but he was good.
Yes.
Let's be honest, I think CM Punk's only signing up with AEW to throw a dig at WWE.
Yeah.
I generally think that was just a reason. I think when he made his appearance at backstage, like podcasts for WWE, with Paige and that, I think that was just his message saying, look Vince, I'm still alive, I'm still getting on with things. And now I think this is the message to say, well, if you want to have me back, AEW will. And I think a lot of fans from WWE will move to AEW.
A lot have already gone because obviously with Bryan Danielson signing Moxley.
Yep. I think that's where all the fans will eventually go enough. I do think WWE's slowly dying out.
They haven't changed. They haven't changed much in terms of how they go about hiring people and firing people.
A lot of it is they're using the same talent over and over again.
Yeah.
They're not giving these new guys a chance, and this is what AEW are. They're not afraid to use new talents. They've got someone new, they'll use them.
Yeah.
But they will put them with the guys they're just signing. Like, you got some new guys that probably will end up rivaling with, like, Malachi Black, Cody Rhodes. You know, you got like the older guys with the new talent mixing together, and that's something Vince is afraid of doing.
Yeah, but it seems like Vince or WWE, they don't want to recognise that there are any other wrestling companies out there.
Trap where they're not allowed to go to another wrestling company. That's part of their contract and stuff, and I think they're not allowed to join another wrestling company because they're still entitled to their contracts finish after they get released. They could go and do whatever they want.
Mm.
And the reason is it's because Vince has this habit of, I've made a mistake, I'll bring you back.
And then they don't want to come back. But then you got like AEW who are working with Impact Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor, and AAA Wrestling as well.
Yeah. Got into places as well.
You got all those working together, and then there's just WWE on its own.
See, Vince never liked working with other companies. I don't know why. I don't know if it was because of the bad experience he had with WCW.
Yeah.
Because they always say, oh, they're trying to overrun us. But I think, and it's not just wrestling, it's with any company in general, if people work together, you'll produce a better outcome, should we say.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine all the wrestling companies together? With the offence you could probably do a day of WrestleMania.
So, I sort of thought, if WWE acknowledged these other wrestling companies, they could pull off a massive wrestling super event.
Yeah, they could do like a wrestling festival or something.
Yeah, where WWE superstars compete against AEW, compete against AAA, and all the other companies.
I mean, think of all the different things you could have, like WWE's old classic star returning or something. You know, maybe I don't know, maybe Hulk Hogan or something. Maybe just repairs. That will hit through the roof, and then he goes against AEW big star to pass the torch to someone. You know, there's a lot of things you could do with it. You could easily play around with things like that. And plus, a lot of people probably think, well, a 3-day wrestling festival, it could tire out the wrestlers, but just use them for that one match, and then give them one day for them to have a rest, and if they want to compete again, then put them on the Sunday and stuff. I reckon it'd be a sellout in a way, because people will pay to come and see their favourite wrestlers, and they've got a lot of people to come and see. I mean, they had NXT at Download Festival.
Yeah.
When there's bands not to see, you don't want to see, you go and watch the wrestling, but it was always packed.
Yeah, I've seen it online.
I mean, I always thought it was funny because if you look in the video, I was a couple lines behind Corey Taylor, and when Baron Corbin slaps him,
I've seen that.
Corey Taylor, I mean, he's such a nice guy, but he's a tiny guy. Corey Taylor is. He just slaps Baron Corbin, who's up here.
Yeah. Have you seen Corbin's new look?
No, I haven't. Like I say, I've been really busy with the
He's
hours.
sort of got this old man, homeless guy kind of look at the moment, where his hair is just slightly growing back,
Oh.
and he's basically begging the other wrestlers for money because he's got no money apparently.
Oh, okay. That's new. I'll have to look into that one.
It's a bit of a bizarre character.
It's a very bizarre character. I really need to look into that. So, what is this that you have here then?
So, Cards Against Star Wars. Obviously, like Cards Against Humanity, but obviously Star Wars.
Right.
I presume you already know how to play.
Oh, yes. Is that the same rules here?
Yeah, it's just the same rules.
So we picked 7 white cards.
Yep.
That's about right. This is about 7 cards. What did you think of the last Star Wars film?
I enjoyed the last film, but there are parts where I didn't like and did, so it was a bit of up and down a little bit.
I tell you what, I went and saw it on midnight release. After pardon my French on this. I was watching it, and those who haven't seen it, spoiler alert. When Rey pulled out a yellow lightsaber, I thought that was quite cool. I thought that was something different. I always wanted to see something like that.
Yeah.
But when the woman says, "Who are you?" and she says, "Rey Skywalker," there was this guy in the back of the back in the cinema, and all he hears his voice going, "Oh fuck no!"
Yeah. I was like, no, absolutely not. She can't just go around calling herself Skywalker. She's not an actual Skywalker.
No. Oh, okay.
I did think though that she might have been a Skywalker, but it was just not great how it ended. I mean, bringing the Emperor back.
The thing was, I don't think he was dead, because how they made him out to, how he made him to be, and how he's been around all this time and stuff. I mean, there wasn't really an explanation like how he was there.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said though, I've said this before, because obviously we lost Prince Charles, not Charles. Prince Charles.
Yeah.
And obviously they buried him in the, I forgot where they buried him, but it's like a really secure building.
Mm.
But I literally think like in 50 years time he'll just reappear as Palpatine or something. It's just Prince Charles tied up to machines just there going, "Long I have waited." Oh, hold on, I thought you were dead a couple of months ago. Do you want to refill the first black card in?
Okay. I mean, I could get the table out if you want to use the table.
Oh yeah, let's get the table out.
That'd be better. It's a bit filthy, I haven't had a chance to clean it.
So what we got then was this blank is better in space.
Yeah, blank is better in space.
I just noticed, I remember these. These chocolate frogs.
Yeah, I got that down in London. When I went to the Harry Potter experience in London.
See, I don't know if Ashley will remember these, but at our school, because we went to the same school, there was this teacher who used to have a tuck shop. I'm convinced she used to nick them from shops and then try and sell them. But she used to sell the chocolate frogs, and they were like 50p. But that's when they first came out.
That actually cost me £9.50.
What?
Because I bought it from the actual...
Oh, you brought it from the actual Harry Potter studios then?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's about £9.50 for both that and the every flavoured beans.
I suppose that's not actually too bad as such. I thought you just paid £9 for the chocolate frog. I was like, what?
£9.50 each.
£9.50 each?
Yeah, £9.50 each. Plus I got a dragon figurine from one of the... Which one is it? It's the Hungarian horntail.
Oh, nice.
But I'll just reach that out.
Oh, well caught. Yeah, that's cool.
So I bought that, and then I bought the wand as well. This is a special, exclusively made Gryffindor wand.
That's nice.
So in total, all of them it cost £86 something all for all of it.
See, I brought. Did you see the Philosopher's Stone?
Yeah.
In a, like a little dome thing. I brought my partner that. She went mad. What did you pay that much for it?
How much was it?
About £8. But it's actually one of the ones that were used in the films.
Yeah.
That's why I got her it. Yeah, that's cool.
Where did you put the dragon?
What dragon?
Oh, you put it down there. So I'll stick it down for now. Right.
Do you want to read them out, or do you want me to read them out?
I don't know. I'll do it. Being force choked by daddy is better in space. Queen Amidala's pubes is better in space.
Ooh. Oh, she dies for her. She dies in she dies in Clone Wars. What an open scene that was. Just, oh, it's Queen Amidala. Like, oh, okay. I'll let you decide on that one.
I think I'll give you that one.
Okay. Being force choked by daddy's the win then. Oh yeah, I need to pick another card up. It's best to pick him up after. Cloud City was famous for. Ooh. This doesn't make any sense. I'm just going to pick that was a crap card.
I'll let you read them out this time.
Okay, so Cloud City was famous for incest, fingering Dan, and muddle modes. But no, I'm going to choose incest one.
Right. You want to pick the next
I'll
one?
pick it up. Let's go for. There's only one thing for Sven. Blank. It's blank.
Hmm.
So you need to put 2 cards down for
Yeah.
this one. So that will be. So that will be the first one.
Bring that into the shop.
So first one on top.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. So this one first, yeah.
Yeah.
So the only one thing worse is thinking too hard about only train young boys. It's Jawa King. There's only one thing worse than pressing the self-destruct button on the Death Star. It's knowing that the smell layer discovered was actually the shit in your pants.
Okay, that wins.
Episode 4, A New Blank.
I think it suits.
I'm just going to go with this one. And none of them really... These ones don't really work with it. Look.
So episode 4, a new decapitation. Alright. Saving rebellion, but whining about it the entire time.
I'll give you that one. Right.
Let's go in the middle. Clone troopers have 99 orders, but blank ain't one. So, clone troopers have 99 orders, but having a high ground ain't one. But they did in Jedi's Order.
Oh yeah.
That Easter egg reference.
Yes.
Clone troopers have 99 orders, but hunting the pyros to extinction for their fur ain't one.
I'll give you that one.
Oh, okay.
I never last more than 10 seconds watching blank. I never last more than 10 seconds watching slaughtering Ewoks, but in a kosher way. I never last more than 10 seconds watching Rey's sex tape of her and Luke's lightsaber.
Oh. Oh. I don't know. I mean, he doesn't want to slaughter Ewoks. Little Care Bears on crack. Let's go with a lightsaber.
Alright. Red leader should have eaten less blank. None of these work with that one, actually, to be honest. So I just have to randomly put one down.
So, Red Leader should have eaten less, telling your Jedi Master to back the fuck up. Or, Red Leader should have eaten less, Qui-Gon Jinn. I mean, let's be honest. It just sounds like a Chinese takeaway.
Yeah, it does. Let's pick the next one.
So we got blank, the strangest thing guy masturbated to. Mate, I've got the one. Where is it?
The Emperor saying excellent continuously is the strangest thing I've ever masturbated to. Having the death sentence on 12 systems is the strangest thing I've masturbated to.
Okay, that wins.
Herding nerfs is easier than herding blank.
I'm just getting rid of this one. So. Oh god.
Cover that one.
Just replying to a message, isn't it?
Yep, it's fine. Herding nurse is easier than herding K2SO, the greatest droid to ever live, bar none. Herding nurse is easier than herding Darth Vader simultaneously vomiting and shitting himself as he spins uncontrollably through space.
That.
Yeah, let's get the next one.
Let's go here. No. You don't frighten us with blank Lord Vader. So, let's read yours first. You don't frighten us with false projecting your erected dick inside the girls' locker room. Lord Vader. I feel we got a problem here. You don't frighten us with a pornographic reboot of the Star Wars franchise, Lord Vader.
Oh.
This one.
I never understood blank. I never understood what Chopper read as the new Sith Lord.
I just get rid of that card.
I never understood the Star Wars Actors Curse.
Okay.